Hello everybody and welcome back. Total OS today is Total Technology for Newbies. First of all, thank you for your kind comments regarding the recent Comments Corner where I expand on my comments, expand comments on your comments. I haven't done one of these in a while. I've done two back-to-back based on your request. I really enjoy doing them. It seems like the more I expand on my comments, the more you guys expand and give out more information for the entire community to enjoy, including myself, because I also pick up some more information and some helpful things that I did not know before. So thank you again. If you have any suggestions for any further topics for Comments Corner, let me know. One of the comments that I received from someone, and I forget your name and I apologize, but it was such a great comment because that segues into my title for this video, and the title is Linux Getting Too Fat? Meaning, is the current state of Linux distros getting a bit bloated, meaning they are getting slower? And one of you mentioned Wirth's Law. And if you tell me who you are, I promise to give you a shout out next time. I want to do that because it is such a great comment. But let's get to Wirth's Law. Okay, Wirth's Law is a computing adage made popular by Nicholas Wirth in looks like 1995. It states that software is getting slower more rapidly than hardware becomes faster. And it sounded to me, and in fact it says it here, that software gets slower faster than hardware gets faster, which almost doesn't quite really make sense or sound right. But is it just me, or is did Linux get a little bit slower, or was Linux based operating systems faster, I would say, before the switch to Unity and before the switch from GNOME 2 to GNOME 3? It seemed to me, at least as a Windows dual booter, maybe I'm completely off base on this, but from my experience running both older machines and newer machines, that pre-Unity and pre-GNOME 2, Linux-based systems ran a little bit faster. It used to be that lightweight systems, the one that comes to my mind is Ubuntu, ran faster before. I have a laptop with an HP laptop, really kind of outdated, with the Centrino processor, and the Ubuntus that I had before seemed to run a little bit faster than the current state of the so-called lightweight Linux distributions. I'd have to say that currently, if I had to pick one super lightweight, or at least lightweight Linux OS, somewhat for newbies, it would have to be probably Lubuntu. As far as super fast, the one that comes to mind would be Arch. Well, not really Arch, something based on Arch. I can't really recommend Arch for newbies, but I would say Manjaro Linux, which is getting to the point where it might become stable enough and easier enough for newbies to try out. But for super speed, I would say Manjaro Linux, at least what I use, and that I use strictly in a virtual box. But as far as the current state of Linux, do you think that current Linux OSs are getting a little bit, fat, chubby, bloated, slower? I just brought up the system monitor here and there. Now, granted, here I am running the screencasting software, which will obviously chew up more resources, but here it is using 1 gig of RAM running strictly the screencast recorder. I don't know, is that too much? Is it just right? Is it too little? What do you guys think? Of course, with modern multi-core processor machines and enough RAM, or more than ample enough RAM, it's really not an issue. But still, I get to the point of this video: is the modern state of Linux getting a little bit too fat, and does Linux really need to trim down to make it run faster, or explore or take advantage of all the capabilities that a Linux-based operating system can do in terms of pure speed? I will say this: I boot here Ubuntu 12.04 and Windows 7. Sure, I would say Ubuntu boots faster than Windows 7, shuts down faster. Certainly doing the updates, it's less of a chore with Windows 7. You know, you download the updates, you install, you reboot, it goes through another install process, you may have to reboot again. You know, I mean, it works fine, but obviously I'm not talking about updates or, you know, boot times. I'm talking about just running the system everyday use. You know, does Linux really need to trim down to the pre Unity pre GNOME 3 days where at least I think it ran faster? Or is it even possible? But just let me know what you guys think. Again, thank you very much to that person who mentioned about speed and Moore's law. Terrific, terrific thought. You know, where it still sounds funny. Software gets slower faster than hardware gets faster. So is the speed or the releases of the software getting so fast that the hardware is too slow to catch up to the software, if that makes any sense. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, as always, I will catch all of you sometime in the future. Thanks.